Hi there again, everyone. I'm Christian Garman from the University of West Florida's Innovation Institute, and we continue these conversations with different experts on campus, letting us all know about the things we can be doing from home and about the many resources provided to UWF students, certainly faculty and staff as well. I'm going to be talking to Brent Parmer right now, the Director of Recreation. Brent, how are you?
I'm doing well today, thank you.
Good. I appreciate you spending a few minutes. As I've said with every guest, I know how busy all of you are. So right off the bat, with so many of us losing access to things like the wonderful HLS facility or our local gyms or wherever we might normally do exercise, are you hearing from a lot of students wondering, how do I stay active? What do I do now that I can't do anything?
The students and the patrons that we've been hearing from have been more along the lines of questions: when are you going to be open again? What's summer going to look like for us here? Our social media engagement has been pretty strong, and that's been very encouraging for us. There's been a lot of online or virtual classes and interaction, and so we've been connecting with students, I think, that way. So that's been pretty good. But as far as just asking us the question of what can I do, we haven't gotten too many of those yet.
Well, and that may very well be a product of the fact that, again, we're all taking so much in right now. It's more receiving than it is starting to think out, what do I do next? So with that in mind, I'm sure there are some folks watching this thinking, yeah, okay, it's good. Well, this is the expert. Let's think about that. What can they be doing? What should they be doing from home right now?
Well, the things that we've been trying to get them to do is just be active and try to live a normal lifestyle. So many people, they associate exercise or being active with exercise, and that doesn't always have to be the case. So just taking time to move around the house. It's when you're stuck at home or you're stuck in an area you get to be too comfortable. The people that have those at-home treadmills that turn into a hanging rack. And so it's just, the key is to try to make it as normal of a day as you can. And so for students, when you had a class day on campus where you were walking from class to class, when you're doing your coursework, take that 10-minute break and walk, whether it be around your house, around the apartment complex, or just around the building.
So we know there are obviously physical benefits to staying active. What about the mental side? We've all heard that there are great benefits mentally to staying active. I'm sure you'd back that up.
Oh, absolutely. Being active and exercise in general increases alertness. It decreases being tired. It decreases your anxiety levels. Just gives you more energy. It improves your sleep. So there's so many additional benefits than just a stronger heart and stronger muscles.
Brent, I'm curious, you mentioned social media before and said you guys have gotten some great engagement. So, you not only for the students and faculty and staff, but for your department, you're having to rethink things too. What are some of the ways that the rec department is sort of handling this and doing the best you can to stay in touch and keep people active and give them the sorts of things they expect from recreation?
Yeah, we really looked at this as an opportunity to try to recreate ourselves and change how we deliver things. We understand that not everybody comes to a facility, but we do understand that everybody should and probably wants to be healthy. And so this gives us an opportunity to look at how do we reach the people that weren't coming to us? How do we reach the people that didn't feel comfortable coming into our facility or any gym for that matter? And so trying to come up with different ways to make people feel comfortable working out, and not be intimidated by it. A lot of it is, I don't have the time. Well, now everybody's got the time to at least start, or they had more time than they probably did before. And then the second part of it is they don't know what to do. They don't know where to begin. So to provide some of these online resources for them to do it at their leisure in the comfort of their own home or their own residence, we hope that it'll get people at least a starting point to begin something that they maybe were afraid to start before.
Yeah, I was going to ask about that. I know that you don't want anyone who's been active to use this as an excuse to say, oh, well, I'm just going to start watching TV. But I was curious if you expect some of the opposite, where you may have some folks saying, for a long time, I've been really meaning to exercise more or be more active, and now's my chance. Do you think you might get some of that?
I think people will try to fill that void of my daily routine is now not the same. And I've got these empty minutes or hours in my day. What am I going to do with it? So I do think that there's opportunities for people to take, more time for themselves to be active. With myself and my family, we've got a push-up sit-up challenge going on at home, and so any time that we're just sitting around bored, you see one of my two boys are down doing push-ups and sit-ups, and my wife and I have taken a few more walks and things like that. So it's when boredom sits in, when you don't have the options you had before, I think that it does allow us to maybe do more things for ourselves like that.
It feels like an unfair advantage. I feel for the rest of your family going against you in the push-up sit-up challenge,
Yeah, well,
going against the head of rec.
they look at it as a punishment, I think, but it's for their best interest.
Brent, last thing I want to ask you is, I'm positive people are watching and maybe don't know exactly the best way to reach out to you, where to find you on social media. How does anyone out there connect with the rec department at UWF, whether it's a direct question to you or, again, following on social? What's the best bet?
Yeah, if anyone wants to reach out to me, my email is bparmer@uwf.edu. Our recreation email is recreation@uwf.edu. And we've been getting some emails in, like I said, people asking what our setup is and when it's going to get back to quote unquote normal. But our social media platforms is where we're really trying to engage the students and our patrons. And so that's just UWF Recreation on all of the major platforms, Twitter, Instagram, Facebook. We will have some live classes. We will have some tips of the day. We're starting some virtual and online intramural competitions with video games and different things like that, so people can stay connected that way. And we've got a couple other ideas that we're putting together to try to be new and innovative and really engage the students and the population.
No doubt. This is forcing all of us to rethink and innovate. And certainly I appreciate how hard you and your staff are trying to do just that. Brent Parmer, the Director of Recreation at the University of West Florida. Certainly appreciate your time, sir. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much.